Welcome to Cosmo Talks. I'm Petra. In this episode, we explore why flexibility beats optimization and how you can be a good host for your microorganisms. Because together, you form a fascinating ecosystem. And when the interaction is right, when the crosstalk functions optimally, you flourish. The biohacking world promises optimization, the perfect diet, the ideal sleep routine, the optimized supplement protocol, and it works until it doesn't, until you travel and can't follow your routine, until you get sick and your schedule gets disrupted, until life happens. What if the obsession with optimization actually makes you more vulnerable? What if the pursuit of the perfect system is precisely what weakens that system? Today, the paradox of optimization and why flexibility is your real superpower. In ecology, this is called the generalist versus specialist dilemma. Specialists are perfectly adapted to their niche. They perform excellently as long as that niche remains stable. But when the environment changes, they have no alternatives. Generalists are less efficient, but more flexible. They can switch, adapt, survive in changing circumstances. Your microbiome works according to the same logic. A diverse microbiome is like an ecosystem full of generalists. It can handle variation in nutrition, stress, change. There are always bacteria that can handle the new situation. A depleted microbiome is like a monoculture. It can do one thing very well, but when circumstances change, it has no backup. This is why extreme diets are dangerous. They optimize your microbiome for one specific eating pattern, fine as long as you maintain that pattern. But the moment you deviate, your system has no flexibility to go along. Metabolic flexibility works the same way. A healthy system can easily switch between energy sources, glucose, fatty acids, ketones. It adapts to what's available. A system that has only burned carbohydrates for years is optimized for glucose. It has dismantled the machinery for fat burning. The moment glucose isn't there, it crashes. Flexibility is not a luxury. It's survival in a world that changes. At Cosmo Group, we saw the shadow side of optimization, especially in athletes. The most optimized athletes, perfect diet, perfect sleep, perfect routines, were often the most vulnerable when something didn't go according to plan. A marathon runner who had optimized his performance with a strict protocol completely fell apart when he had to train at altitude. His system was so precisely tuned to sea level that the change was too much. A triathlete who had optimized her nutrition for competitions got sick during a foreign race. Different food, different water, different bacteria. Her over-optimized microbiome couldn't handle it. We learned the best athletes are not the most optimized. They're those with the most bandwidth. A top athlete I coached had a deliberately messy approach. He ate varied, not perfect. He didn't train according to a strict schedule. He regularly introduced variation. His colleagues laughed at his unprofessional approach until he performed consistently race after race while they struggled with injuries and burnouts. His flexibility was his edge. The aha moment of this entire series: adaptive capacity is more important than optimal functioning. A perfectly functioning system that can adjust is more vulnerable than a well-functioning system that's flexible. This applies to your physiology, this applies to your microbiome, this applies to your life. Stop striving for the perfect protocol. Strive for a robust system that can handle imperfection. Introduce variation. Accept that good enough is often better than optimal. Build flexibility instead of efficiency. Your goal is not the perfect version of yourself. Your goal is a version that can handle what comes. The biohack, one imperfection day per week. Choose one day when you consciously deviate from your routines. Eat differently, sleep differently, move differently. This is not a cheat day for pleasure. This is training for your system. You teach it to handle variation. You prevent it from becoming too narrowly optimized. It might feel like loss of control, but it's the opposite. It's building the ultimate control, the ability to function no matter what happens. This was the final episode of our series on adaptive capacity. Let's summarize. Resilience is a system property, not a character trait. Some people recover faster through better resolution capacity. Adaptation requires biological resources, not just willpower. Stress reveals system quality, and flexibility beats optimization. Next week, we start a new series, Resilience, not becoming harder, but responding smarter. You don't want to miss this. Want to be part of a community of like-minded people who believe together in flourishing through proactive health and optimal crosstalk? Visit cosmogroup.eu. Until then,